Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing our XFL Championship Day predictions. I got a little bit behind today. I was going to do this video yesterday, and then, I didn't, and then now I was going to do it earlier today, and then, I didn't. So now we are 10 minutes before the game starts, but that does not matter, because we are still going to do our predictions. Now, no idea what happened last week. We had a bye week, so I'm really not sure what's going on. Word of the day is snake, because, you got their DC's beer snake going on. So, yeah, let's get into it. DC against 4-6 Arlington. Let's get into it. So, obviously, starting with Arlington, they played, their game against freaking the Houston Roughnecks, 6-3 or 6-4 Houston Roughnecks, or no, 7-3 Houston Roughnecks. Oh my gosh. Anyways, and obviously won. I mean, they had a pretty convincing game and won by like 8 points. I think it was 23-15. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, they won that game and they played a really good game after losing against them at home. Just the week before that, Luis Perez had a great game. They put up a lot of points for how good their defense is. I mean, if they would have done that all season, I would be a lot more scared of them right now than, right now. But they had an absolutely amazing game. Luis Perez was playing good. The running game was going good. Bob Stoops was coaching a good game. And the defense played absolutely great against Brandon Silvers in that dynamic offense. And then you got the defenders who played the Sea Dragons. And let me see what the final score to that game was, because I'm not exactly sure. So, Arlington versus Houston, 26-11. I mean, that's just great. And then DC came out there, and they won, 37-21. I mean, that is really, really good. But back to Arlington. I just cannot talk about this enough. They won by more than 9 points. Has that ever happened this whole entire season? If you went back and looked, I don't think you would find a time where this happened. I mean, that was just crazy what happened last week with Arlington. They put up a lot of points and held Houston to 11. That's absolutely great. And this is the time you need to get hot, going up against DC, the 9-1 defenders, who have only lost to the worst team in the league. This team is not easily beaten. Clearly proved their point against Seattle. And this, I think, is going to be a really, really good game. It's basically a home game for Arlington. It's going to be in San Antonio, I believe. I'm really not sure where the cities line up in terms of how far away Arlington is from San Antonio in Texas. But, I mean, it's the same state. I know Texas is a huge state, but it's still in the same state. So there are going to be a lot of Arlington fans that show up for this game. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of San Antonio fans that show up for this game. But that definitely helps out when you have your fans on your side in this championship game. And instead of, playing at DC, where they have the second best fans in the league with their lemons and, all of that going on. But this is going to be a good game. It seems like Arlington has everything on their side. They're hot. They put up 26 points last week, held Houston to 11. They're feeling good. It's basically a home game. And Luis Perez has a lot of games under his belt. Bob Stoops had an extra week to work with his team to prepare. He is a great coach. But then there's DC, and they're 9-1. They have only lost to the worst team in the league, which is weird to say, but that's just the answer. And I think it's going to be really close. It could definitely come down to a field goal in this game. But the Defenders team is just so good. I mean, you got freaking Jordan Teamu, who was the best player in the 2020 season and still one of the best quarterbacks in this season. And then you got that elite defense. And then you got all those pass rushers. And then you got the running back, Abram Smith. And you got Terrell Armstead. And then you got freaking other people. I mean, what's his name? De'Aaron King. I mean, this team is absolutely stacked. And I do think that they win this game. So, yeah. Over-under is 48.5. I'm going to take the over. Arlington clearly proved that they could score points last week, and I think they will be able to do that in this game. The offenses have had an extra week to prepare. I think they're going to be ready to go in this one. It may take them a little bit to get started, but once they do, it is going to rev up quickly. And as for... And, I really don't know what I was about to say as for, but... Yeah. As for the spread, 7.5 point favorites is DC. I'm going to take Arlington. Like I said, I think it's going to be a really, really close game. And I'm actually going to put a score prediction on this one. I have not done this all year. But I'm going score prediction. Freaking, I don't even know. 11. No. Shoot, I don't know. 28-23. That's what we're going with. Score prediction 28-23. So yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys when the NFL season is back on track.